Hey Willem, I needed to knock on your door as an expert online teacher. I've just started teaching online. I'm actually volunteering for actually an amazing charity called Svitlo School, and they're doing free classes for young Ukrainians that have been displaced by the war going on there. It's been really rewarding so far, but I'm very much at the start of this sort of teaching experience. I think I have some experience in terms of like maybe more conversational sort of style, but I've never really, I've never been a professional teacher, and so I'd love to be able to tap on your experience both as an experienced teacher, but also as an experienced online teacher, because that's what I'm currently doing now.
Cool. Well, nothing like jumping in the deep end to get that experience so quickly. But yeah, really happy to help in any way I can. So maybe tell me about your first class. How did it go? I know it was recently enough.
Yeah, I mean, it went, I think, pretty well. Like the students kind of, they were smiling, they were engaging, everyone got talking. They're obviously actually at a much higher level than I initially thought. So the good thing is that we're able to communicate pretty well so far. Mm-hmm. But I did have a specific question, more related when you have a group class and you do have a individual who, this particular young person, doesn't really, I don't think he really understands me. I don't want to make a fool of him or because the others I think are probably at a much higher level. So how would you go about this?
What I would suggest in this case is, first of all, we want to have a lesson planned out that is focusing on listening comprehension. Mm-hmm. You might be able to hone in on this, more as you teach him more. But one point, if he's understanding written really well but not understanding listening, there's a point in languages where all the words stop blending together. So one exercise that's great for that is tongue twisters. Working on tongue twisters and having to clearly say, because you're speaking, it's a speaking exercise, but really they're listening to you and they're trying to repeat it accurately. So you want to focus on accurate pronunciation of the tongue twister as fast as you can go.
What are the more likely reasons that he is not understanding? So one is he's finding it hard to separate the words when I talk. Another might just be a lack of vocab and then kind of getting lost.
See if he gets especially lost when the conversation shifts. Mm-hmm. He might just be a really bright creator and his level of language isn't that high, but he's picking up on the key words and he understands by context. So if that context changes sharply and he loses it, that's a very good indication that his vocab maybe isn't as advanced as it needs to be. And that same problem with separating words. If you go too quickly, he loses it. Another thing is accent, as you mentioned. So you have a New Zealand accent, maybe he isn't familiar with that. So if you do listening comprehension exercises, try and find some with an American accent, English accent, that'll be more familiar to him, and see if he gets lost there. The absolute best thing to do, though, if it's possible, it might not always be, get him on his own. Be like, hey, I've noticed that you're not, and really slowly, then you can single him out. Oh, hey, I just wanted to hold you for 2 minutes after class. I noticed that you're finding it difficult to understand. And is it my accent? I just want to make sure, is there something I can do to help you? And that's how you phrase it. Is there something I can do to make your experience better? And super shy, let him open up to you that way without other kids kind of, watching him or anything.